The most dangerous problems for a business is oftenly hidden and people can't see it. If you had a bomb in your house and you knew it, and you had only a certain amount of time before it went off, would you stick around? Would you defuse it? Would you call for help? Or will you get the heck out of Dodge? That's the question today. See, a lot of businesses have a ticking time bomb. And we're not talking about revenue because you can count it. We're not talking about cash flow because you can see it. We're not talking about expenses because you can track it. What we're talking about is that thing you can't see on the surface. Now, you can feel it. We might deny it. We might sweep it under the rug, but we can feel it for sure. But this thing I'm talking about, this ticking time bomb, is something that most people don't even bring to the forefront of their mind when they're starting a business and when they're growing a business. And I'm going to tell you the reason why they don't bring it to the forefront of their mind. The reason why is because every guru, every book, every person out there that you're listening to, motivation wise, is telling you a barrel of manure. To some extent, it has some validation, but mainly it doesn't. Okay. I'm just gonna say it. They say, hey man, you can rest when you're dead. You got to keep grinding. When you're asleep, somebody else is working. You don't need but 3 hours worth of sleep. And they tell you, oh, I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning every morning, and I did this and I did that, and the whole works, right? And they tell you how you have to grind 24/7. They praise working long hours. We all have heard it. I've heard it. I lived on it. I grind on it. It was like a shrine that I worshiped, right? And bowed at. We kind of take this as a badge of honor. I'm going to tell you that this is the actual, I guess, fuel for the ticking time bomb of your business. Because, see, the ticking time bomb is nothing more than dependence. And you're like, what, bro? Dependence? What are you talking about? All right. So people don't realize that their businesses become so dependent on them that they don't own a business. The business owns them. And that is the ticking time bomb waiting to explode. And you're like, what do you mean it's waiting to explode? All right. Most people think that if your business is failing, you can point to something like, oh, this isn't working or that's not working. And they think that you can see the flaws. I'm going to say that a lot of times the flaws are there either way, success or failure. It's just that we're looking for them when it's failure. We're just ignoring them when it's success. How many people in business have you seen doubling their business, tripling their business, growing in leaps and bounds, hiring, and just rocking and rolling? And then the next thing you know, wow, they went out of business. Hey, I thought they were great. Maybe they overexpanded, right? That's what we hear. Maybe they grew too fast. And, we hear that a lot. And what that really is saying is that, hey, that ticking time bomb was happening and they didn't pay attention. That ticking time bomb was happening and they ignored it. And eventually it went boom, came from nowhere. And everybody was wondering what happened. We would look like idiots as business owners if we were staying in a house and we knew there was a bomb about to go off and that we stayed there and we fought it and we tried to do everything but take care of defusing it or leaving the situation. If you are in your business and you're putting in 80 hours a week, you're on the timer. If you're in your business and you have to answer all the questions, you're on the timer. If you're in your business and you wear a majority of the hats, people have to rely on you to make the decisions. Everything has to be done by you, or you have to say it needs to be done. You're on the clock. So this clock gets very dangerous when it gets close to certain volatile situations, just like a bomb would. You got to be careful around a bomb because you can accidentally make it explode even before the time's up. So, what could rush your dependence bomb is going on vacation for a week, being sick, not being able to take sales calls, having employees quit. That could be the thing that actually causes that ticking time bomb that you figure you have more time with to explode. I say when you start in the business, that's when the clock starts because it's going to be dependent on you out the gate. Where you determine to stop it and diffuse it will determine the life of your business. Diffusing the bomb is merely being less dependent upon, having people in place to be able to delegate to, um, having the ability to be able to step away and things not fall apart. So you say to yourself, how do I know if I have a ticking time bomb? I already told you. If you can't step away, then you have a ticking time bomb. Now, if you say, "Oh, I can go on a week's vacation," that ain't no problem. That means that you have more time on your timer, probably. If you can go away for 2 weeks, you probably have more time on your timer there. But you can do the evaluation, the true test about ownership, about whether you still have a bomb and how much time you have left on that dependence bomb, or whether you diffuse the bomb or not. The true test is this: what continues to operate and exist when you step away from your business? And how well does it continue to operate and exist? And how long it can operate and exist would tell you whether you have a ticking time bomb, maybe with a longer clock, or whether you diffused it. I'm telling you this because I don't want your business to blow up. This is your boy J.I., a random podcast. I'll holla at you on the other side.